Girl, let me wipe these dusty, crusty ass lips. Can you hear the wind? Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I am starting this video off with a fresh face. I got some new goodies from Shopmissa and I thought I would make a video about it, show what I got, and also use them in this video to see how they are because I heard a lot of good things about them. So if you want to see what I got, then please stay tuned. So the first thing is this AOA Studio Pop-Out Edition Wonder Blender. This is one of their beauty sponges. I chose the pink one, obviously. I've heard a lot of good things about this sponge, but I also heard that they have some consistency issues when it comes to the hardness and softness of the sponge. So I'm excited to use it and to see what the tea is about this thing, because a lot of people also compare it to the Beauty Blender, which, girl, that is a big ass claim. So yeah, we shall see about that. And then the next thing that I got is a brush set. And this is the Pop-Out 10-piece All About Eyes brush set. And I really like the fact that it comes into this little holder because it is very easy to take with you when you are traveling, and then you open it up and then you have two cups that you can use to hold your brushes in. So that is really nice. I know Sigma, I believe, was the first company to do that, but I actually don't own anything like it. So this is what the 10-piece brush set looks like. A quick overview of all of the brushes. So we have 5 blending brushes, and then we have a fluffy angled brush, a domed little small blender, a pencil brush, a flat shader brush, and an angled brush with a spoolie. I really like the fact that they have a lot of blending brushes because, girl, you can never have too many blending brushes. Okay, so that was the eye set. And then I bought another brush set because I love me some brushes. And this is, let's see, the 10-piece bamboo brush set. It comes into this very cute little bag. Very boho. Alright, so this is a quick little overview of the bamboo brush set. I actually really like the way these look. They look really cute with the wooden handles, and I also like the fact that they have these little small fat little brushes. I really love these little fat ones. They are really cute, and they're also foundation brushes, so that is great. We have this larger one that I could use for blush or contour, and then we have a bunch of smaller brushes. I also like this one. I could use this for eyeshadow primer as well. The next thing that I got is actually an eyeshadow palette. This is their Love Child eyeshadow palette, and the really interesting thing about this palette is that it comes freaking empty. They actually give you the eyeshadows as singles, and then you need to pop them into the palette yourself, which is pretty strange. I've never had this ever, like buying a palette and then getting the shadows and the palette separately. I popped them in real quick, and the colors are absolutely beautiful. This color here in the middle, this one is screaming my name, and you bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be using it. Lastly, I got a pair of eyelashes. These are the AOA Studio Premium Lashes. They're 3D foaming lashes in the style Vanessa. They look pretty dramatic, which I like. So that was everything that I got. Let's dive into trying all of this out. I started off with brows. I used a pencil for the first step. I used the MAC Spiked Eyebrow Pencil, and then now I'm going to be using the Revolution Pro Eyebrow Cushion. Let's see, I have two brushes here, and I think that I'm going to be using the bamboo one for this step. And by the way, this is their Bamboo E144 brush. I have to say that I'm struggling a little bit with getting the end as sharp as I want it to be with this brush, with the bamboo one. So I think I'm gonna get the pink one now and see how that'll work. The brows are on, but they are not perfect yet. I'm going to clean them up with some concealer. I'm going to be using the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define in C12 because I don't like the concealer around my brows to be too light. And then the brush that I decided to use for this is also from the Bamboo set, and this is the AOA Studio F143, which is basically a very fine flat shader brush. Okay, so I feel like this brush is absolutely perfect for this. It did a really, really good job. I am impressed. Oh yeah, this is good. Oh yeah. Okay, Shopmissa. Alright, so the brows are on, and now moving on to primer. I am going to be using my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and the brush that I choose for this is the pink one, and this is the E125. It is the kind of angled fluffy brush. Alright, I feel like this would be a better brush to apply this primer with because it's a lot denser. Now moving on to the most exciting part for me, which is the palette. I'm going to be taking this color over here, which is called Element. The palette does not have the names on the back and also not inside the palette, but the names are actually individually printed on the back of the eyeshadow. That looks very freaking pigmented. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I applied a lot on the brush because honestly, I was not expecting this much pigment, but I'm not mad at it. I took a more fluffier brush for the next step. This is the E129. It does have one weird little curly hair sticking out of it. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't really bother me. And then I'm going to be taking this color over here, which is called, it's called Vintage. Look at that. This is blending in seamlessly. I also did not expect these brushes to be as good as they are because I tend not to use synthetic brushes for blending, but this is actually really good. The first one was pretty good as well, by the way. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you can hear, my window is open, so you might hear some birds chirping, which is actually really cheerful, so I hope that it's not bothering you. Okay. So now I'm going to be taking this brush here. This is the E27, and I'm not going to put any product on that, but I'm just going to use it to further blend everything. I am actually shook. Look at that. Look at the blend of that. Tell me this is not seamless. Oh my god. Can you believe that this palette is like $10 or $11? This is crazy. Oh my god. It builds up like a dream, it blends like a dream, the pigmentation is there, there's not a lot of fallout. I went ahead and started cutting the crease. I am using the same brush that I used for my brows, and I'm really liking this brush so far. I can do real detailed work with this because the edge of this brush is so thin. It allows you to make really sharp lines. Can you see that? Okay, so I got the crease and it was actually really easy to do using this brush. It is very precise, very thin, and I actually think this is my favorite brush from now on to use to cut the crease and also for my brows. So I really like this brush. Really? Okay, he has coffee. So now for the fun part, I took this brush from the pink eyeshadow set, and this is the E131, and I'm going to be taking this very pretty color, which is called Lucid. It is so freaking pretty. I have it right here. No, not there. Here. I have it right here on my hand. It is a very pretty color. These are all the swatches from all the shimmer shades, by the way. They all look very pretty, but this one is just calling my name. So I don't feel like this brush is picking that color up at all. I'm going to try to apply it without spraying it. No, I don't think this is going to work, and this is the only flat shader brush that I have. The other one I used for the concealer. No, I don't feel like this is gonna work. It's not showing up. It could be the eyeshadow, but I really feel like it's the brush. So I'm gonna take my finger this time and just tap it on my finger. Yeah, I don't know. I was so excited about those matte shades because they worked beautifully, and I also was very excited about this color because it is a gorgeous, gorgeous color, but I just don't feel like it shows up as much as I would like it to. I don't know if I should have put a different color on top of it, but this is a little disappointing. It is showing up a little bit better, but still not enough, I feel like. Okay, so now to add some detailed work to this look, I'm going to be taking this very handy dandy little pencil brush. This is the E134, and with that I'm going to take the dark brown color out of the palette, and I'm just going to go above where I've cut the crease to define that even more. This brush is so tiny that you could really get in there without disturbing the sharpness of your line. That is perfect. I didn't have a brush like this. Now I'm going to take this little brush here, which is a little bit more of a flatter blending brush. This is the E130, and with this I'm not going to take any product. I'm just going to blend what I just applied a little bit. And because this is a more flat top brush, it's not gonna go everywhere. It's gonna stay more targeted where you decide to put it. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation, and I have it in the color Classic Tan. And then for the brushes, I have these two cute little brushes. One is flat, one is a little bit more round. I think I'm going to leave this one for powder products, and I'm going to take this flat one to apply my foundation with. I have a feeling that this is going to be a good brush. It feels really good. The handle is very short, but it's actually really nice to hold in your hand. I feel like I have a lot of grip, and it blends the foundation out really well and fast as well because it's pretty big. So this brush is actually a little too big to get in between my eyes. Because I'm already wearing eyeshadow, I'm not going to take the risk. So I'm going to take this brush that I used earlier, the F30, and I'm just going to blend my foundation in between my eyebrows and also in between my eyes. Can somebody tell me why this foundation looks so ashy on camera? It actually looks good in person, but I look like Casper the freaking Ghost right now. For concealer, I'm going to be using my favorite concealer at the moment, which is the same one as I use for my brows, which is the Revolution Conceal and Defined in C12. So I already went ahead and dampened the beauty sponge, and it actually feels really soft right now. And it also became huge. I did not expect it to become this big. So let's start blending and see. Right off the bat, I really like this very pointy top that it has because it gets in to those corners real easily, because with a beauty blender I still have to manipulate it a little bit with my hand to get it into that corner, but this one is actually made to go into that corner, so that is really freaking nice. Whoop, whoop. To highlight, I'm taking the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. I have mine in the color True Beige. Ooh, girl, yes, I love this. This is good. This is really good. You guys, I am falling in love with this sponge. So good, so good. This freaking sponge, are you kidding me? $1.55? To set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. I have mine in the color 20 Light Medium. That applies flawlessly. So now for bronzing, I'm going to take my NYX matte bronzer in the color medium, and I'm going to take the bamboo brush in F28. I don't know, I don't feel like it applies my bronzer that well. And I usually don't set underneath my bronzer before using this one. I do set with other bronzers, but not with this one, because I know that it won't like get crazy on me and start being all patchy. But I do feel like it is a little patchy with this brush. I also feel like that this brush is not picking up the powder really well, because I have a lot of kickback in this bronzer, and I usually don't have that problem when I use my other brushes. So I do not know what's up with that. I don't know if you can see it. This little harsh line that I have here, I don't know what that is. I've applied so much bronzer on my face because I was trying so hard to get rid of that patchiness, and now I look like a freaking clown. So I'm gonna take the sponge again and that powder, and I'm just gonna bake a little bit more here just to take away some of that bronzer, girl, because that is not cute. While I'm baking, I'm gonna take the eyelashes that I got, the Vanessa ones. Girl, I feel like I can almost fly away with these lashes. These are dramatic. There is a little weird hair sticking out here, which I do not know why. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I feel like this is going to be the perfect brush, but I also feel like that this is going to be a perfect brush for a inner corner highlight. So let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use it for underneath my eyes, and then I'm gonna clean it up and use it at the end for my inner corner highlight. Girl, that pigment is absolutely insane. I am applying this on top of bake. There's actually powder baking, and even then it's picking up so freaking well. And this brush also feels super soft on the eyes. I have very sensitive eyes. I have very sensitive skin in general, so I really like how this brush is feeling. And also what I like about this brush is that you can use it to apply, you know, a precise amount, but you can also use it to buff out whatever you've applied. You know, just drag it down a little bit, because it has enough precision, but it also has enough fluff. And the fact that it is soft also makes it really easy to blend with. My eyelash is probably a little wonky, girl, but you know what? I'm probably not even gonna fix it because I ain't going nowhere. I was really worried when I applied that shimmer shade, but now that I have lashes on and I'm doing my under eyes, I'm actually really feeling myself. This is the E142. I'm gonna pick up this light shade from the palette. This one is called Moment. Yeah, that is actually a really nice color. Okay, so I have been baking for way too long. I actually forgot all about that. So I'm gonna brush away the excess powder. This is actually a really good brush. This is the F26. This is the little fat one, the round one, and it actually feels really nice on the skin. Alright guys, so this is the finished look using the Shopmissa tools, eyeshadow palette, and the beauty sponge. I actually really like the way this turned out. I absolutely love the palette. I struggled with that shimmer shade, but nonetheless, the matte shades are absolutely beautiful. And then the brushes, I'm actually really surprised. The only brush that I really struggled with is actually this one. Other than that, all the brushes were actually pretty good. Oh yeah, and then this one that I applied the primer with, but this is just not the type of brush that you should use to apply primer with, so that is on me. I can't even really start to pick and choose my favorites because I have a lot of favorites. So I really love this flat brush for applying my foundation with. I love the fact that it is small. It is very easy to just put into your makeup bag and travel with it. And the same goes for this little guy, but then to apply powder. I really liked how this one felt on the face. And then this is a struggle. Moving on. The beauty sponge is also absolutely freaking good. Like, I cannot believe that this sponge is just $1.55. It's absolutely crazy. It is so squishy, it is so soft, it becomes so big that it cuts your blending time in half. The eyeshadow palette is really good. The matte shades are absolutely beautiful. They're good, they're pigmented, they're blendable, they're not patchy. They are just everything that you would want to have in eyeshadows. And then all the little blending brushes, all the blending brushes from the pink set are freaking awesome. All of them, like literally all of them, because let's see, yeah, I've used all of them. As you can see, I used this one for highlighter, this one to blend a little bit, and then these I used very heavily. I love all of them, and these are actually brushes that I'm going to be continuing on using because I really freaking love them. And then we have this little guy here, which is very nice for detailed work, and then a spoolie always comes in handy. This concealer brush, girl, to clean up your brows with and to cut a crease with. This is actually the best brush I own right now to do that kind of stuff. So that is absolutely freaking awesome that it is so affordable. Then let's see, we have the other angled brush. I mean, it came off, but I'm just gonna glue it together because it's actually a pretty good brush. And then basically the only one that I didn't really like was this white one, but I think that this also is going to be really good to clean up the brows with and do some cut crease work with. And then we have this little brush here. Very good. I applied it, I used it to apply my primer and also diffuse the foundation in between my eyes and my brows. Very good for that as well. And then we have the two pencil brushes. I used the large one for my brow highlight, worked like a charm, and then I used this little one for detailed work on top of the cut crease, which is absolutely freaking amazing. I don't own any brush that is as small and detailed as this one, so this is definitely going to be one that I'm gonna be grabbing a lot as well. And then basically, let's see, the only three brushes that I have not used are actually these three. Like I said, I don't use this one except for to apply face masks, and then these two I didn't really find any use for them because I was sold by the pink ones, but I am gonna give these a whirl maybe in a future video. So yeah, that concludes everything. Overall, this was a very positive purchase. It is a very positive little video. I like almost everything that I've used. So yeah, I hope you guys liked watching this video. If you did, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That would really help me a lot. And if you would like to see more of my future videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I started this channel, I think almost 3 years ago. No, 3 years ago. I started this channel in 2016, but I have never been consistent due to a lot of things that happened in my life. You know, life happens, but this time I'm really here because this is my hobby. I really love doing this, so I'm just gonna go for it. So this time, if you subscribe, there will be future videos, I promise. So go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment down below. Let me know which product you love, which products you have from Shopmissa. If you have any recommendations from Shopmissa, just talk to me. You know, I would love to just talk to somebody. So yeah, that is it, guys. I have nothing else to say, which does not happen often. I just really hope you like this video, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Thank you very much for watching, and have a very good night, morning, day, wherever you are in the world.